What is going on, everybody? I am excited to let you guys know that we have upgraded our internet. So hopefully this is going to come in a little more clear, a little more smooth. Still working on the live lighting. Hope everybody's having a great evening. This is going to be fun. Got some interesting things laid out, ready to discuss and have a good time with everybody for about an hour to an hour and a half here tonight. And let me just get some things going here on my end. And no, we don't want full screen. We can't see the comments. We gotta have the comments up. Damon 0530, what is going on? Let's try and get rid of some of this glare. Let's turn some of these upside down. Maybe that'll help, right? Be a little bit confusing to people coming in, but you know what? Just because. Let's just let's alternate them, right? Why not? That'll just be super confusing for everybody coming in, but that's fine, whatever. We don't need any explanations here. There we go. What's up? What is going on, everybody? Slicey Dicey, what's up? Eric, that's Eric, Eric Be Like on Instagram. What's up, man? Glad you made it in here. And man, the live lighting, guys, at some point. So my brother had a great idea for the lighting at some point. We're gonna do some experimenting with lights, and actually I'll be able to switch between the lighting that I use for my reviews and the lighting that would be used for live stream. So, hopefully in the future it might make a little bit of a difference. But for tonight, whatever. What is going on, everybody? Sasa 23 in here. Fantastic. Zell, of course. Daniel, what's up, my man? Jeff Goodnow, of course. We got to have him in here. Kiefer, once again, another legendary returning essence. Kiefer, I really hope your entry wins, man. There were so many good entries for the quest for the ultimate budget knife, and I love every single one of them. I of course appreciate every single one of them, but man, if my vote counted, and it doesn't count. It's just me speaking out loud. I'm just excited. Hello. What's going on tonight? This is a general, it doesn't make sense to do the whole quarantine thing anymore, so this is a general live stream, guys. This is general Q&A, general knife chat. Feel free to ask questions, whatever it is you want to ask, whatever it is you want to talk about. Let's talk about it. I'm ready to go, ready to ramble. Earl Bush, anybody, good luck to everybody who submitted something. I can't tell you how appreciative I am of that. Sorry for the shadows down here. Hey, we have a new knight. I was going to wait a little bit, but Q1 Fiend joining Knights of the Round. Everybody give a hearty hello and raise your swords to our new knight. And I suppose now is as good a time as any. John Walker, thanks for the donation. Can't stay, but have a good one. That's okay. Thanks so much for coming in. Thanks for the donation. Yes, raise your sword, Knights. For anybody watching live or anybody watching in the future, if you've got the live chat up and you can see little knight helmets beside people's names, that's indicative of my membership program. The person who just joined gained access to the exclusive emojis that you're seeing in the live chat, and that includes a bunch of swords from popular video games, popular movies. Everybody's collectively raising their swords as members of the Knights of the Round. If you'd like to join Knights of the Round and gain access to the badging system, that is the helmets that change colors as time goes on, as you're a member for longer and longer. And of course, the different Excalibur emojis that are usable in live chat. You can click on the join button right there underneath the video or on the main banner or the main page of my channel. Thank you so much, Knights of the Round. Absolutely fantastic. Super Chat is live. Anybody wanted to take advantage of that, you are, of course, certainly welcome to. It is much appreciated. Everything goes right back into the channel. Shaker's here, sporting the new logo made by Endure88. Guys, my buddy Endure88 did all of the channel art for this channel, and he does do custom logos, and he did one for Shaker, actually. You can check it out on his Instagram. Shaker actually has it on his, you can see it on his name right now. the icon there, but on Instagram you can check out a more detailed image of it. It is super cool. Vortex 5X, welcome to the Knights of the Round. Knights, feel free to spam chat once again with your legendary blades. Thanks so much. Enjoy the emojis and choose your blade. You can actually pick whatever you want, whenever you want. You can do what some people do and just choose all of them. Yeah, Casey Tyler. So the reason that I go so late, or I try to go so late, is because I feel like this is a safe time to do it, because I hate the idea of going live at the same time as another channel that I very much enjoy. I try to go at completely. I try to go later because I know like not a lot of other channels go at 9 o'clock CST or Central Standard Time, and I don't want to be going live at anybody else because I like to go watch those live streams. I like to be a part of those, right? Zell, why are you not a knight? I didn't know you weren't a knight. Zell, everybody raise your swords for the legendary Zell Bieberly. This is a local buddy, the guy who did my my channel logo and built the wood crest that I'll be soon hanging on my back wall. Welcome the legendary Zell Bieberly for some reason just now. That sounds mean. Like, why weren't you a knight, bro? Aren't you dedicated? No, that was mean. Thanks, Zell. I appreciate it, buddy. Enjoy the swords. Justin the Hunter yelling fruit, random fruit in all caps. Watermelon tonight. Yes, watermelon is a fruit. Thank you. I don't like watermelon, but I do like Justin the Hunter, so I'm torn. I'll call that a wash. Yeah, I know it's weird. It's because Zell is such a permanent part of the channel. Landon Waller, welcome to the Knights of the Round, buddy. We got a whole bunch of people joining right off the bat, but this is why I like this. I know people are getting annoyed with the swords and things, but it's fun. Everybody. It's just like people join and swords go up, and it's just a good time. It's hard to get your question through. I understand it, but welcome to the Knights of the Round. Enjoy the badging system. Enjoy your sword. Choose your weapon. Anyone in here have a Kershaw bare knuckle? I just ordered one. Yeah, right here, buddy. Kershaw bare knuckle 20 CV Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive. Wonderful. I have this is an awesome knife. You're gonna love it. That's the new point of diminishing returns as far as U.S. production knives. As far as I'm concerned, that is. Lindy Lou, welcome. No one is getting annoyed. It's necessary. I appreciate that. I'm glad, because every time I see those swords, I'm like, yay! Ooh, there's a lot of them. So I have. Oh, let me move some things over. I have a new tour for you guys coming up this coming week, showing my new setup. I took a picture on Instagram, but I have rigged up some shelves and some other organizational stuff in here, and a TV. And the TV is for me to either see how my reviews look on TV versus on a computer or a phone, but also for entertainment during downtime. Of course, you got to have a TV in your cave, but also so that I can watch or see how my own live stream is actually coming through on a TV. And it looks okay, but man, some of these knives are washed out. The lighting looks great during reviews, but that's because I can control exactly how much light comes through. But on the live streams, like I always say, I can't control it. So, Danny T, okay, already. Let's see the dark horse. Oh boy. So many of you in the comments said blackout hardware. I have other plans for this, guys. Lethal Blades, thanks so much for the donation. Why are there so many different Dauntless knives? Good question. Triple Lot Design they were smart with their collaborations, and they teamed up with some legendary knife makers to create some of the most interesting and rare pieces, in my opinion, that are out there. DTOM Knives and Gear, thank you so much. Hey, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate your contribution to my Patreon. He says, what's up, MC and knife community? Thanks so much, buddy, for the donation. Yeah, Triple Lot Designs and the history behind their collaborations, one of the most interesting parts of the knife world. Absolutely. So anyways, you guys wore me down on the black hardware thing. I'm not going to say it's permanent, but I am going to say I have ordered every last piece of blackout hardware that I possibly can. We're going to be blacking out the dark horse. It will henceforth be known as the darker horse. You guys like this? This is the new channel icon for sure. I am super excited about that knife. Slicey Dicey, call me when you sell the Dark Horse next month. Slice is on Patreon, so if I do sell it, he would have a shot at it. Yeah, that is normally the trend. So this one's gonna hang around because there's stuff coming, and I have a plan for this. I have a legendary build for this, and I am going to see it through. I want to create something that has not been created ever. And I just want it to be. I have an idea in my head. I have a quest. You guys know how quests go on this channel. I will see this quest fulfilled. Let's see here. I'm just reading. I think for the first time I want to Hinderer, not my Reeves. Wait. Let me read that again. Hold on here. I think for the first time I want to Hinderer, not my Reeves. Hey, Chris Reeve makes a good knife, but if you've never handled a Hinderer, man, they are completely different from Chris Reeve knives. But I enjoy them both for different reasons. But yeah, you do need to experience a Hinderer if you've got the funds prepared for it. Absolutely. Slice says, okay, so I'll be expecting a call around July 4th. Here comes Super Steel Steve. We can feel the walls rumbling, the floor shaking. He approaches. Oh, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Super Steel Steve is in the building. What is up? Obviously, it's like I say every time, we got some major channels in here. Stasa 23, Slicey Dicey, and of course, Super Steel Steve. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, guys. Justin the Hunter, considering naming Dark Horse after The Undertaker. That's an idea. Thanks so much for the donation, Justin. Appreciate it, buddy. What the heck is he spelling? I'll let you guys read that out if you want to. How much for an XM18? Base price on an XM18 is about $425. They do have skinny 3-inch models for, correct me if I'm wrong, $375. That's about what you're going to pay. Fair price, in my opinion. Let's see here. Lots of people just typing one letter or so at a time. Let me go back and take a look at some of the other questions. That's the best Shodan. Yes, it is. Guys, this, in my opinion, this is very reminiscent of a full titanium Strider in a lot of ways. Feels really good. I mean, it has a different look to it. It's hyper tactical, has a lot of unnecessary aesthetic lines. But man, yeah, the blade is very Strider-esque. The lines are very Strider-esque, but in my opinion, in a lot of places, a little more purposeful, and you can have it for a lot less. CPM S35 VN in full titanium. That's a good one right there. I'm a big fan of Bestech. Let's see here. What's going on, brother? Waving a hand from Detroit. Hey, welcome. Absolutely, Adam Edwards, welcome. It's like a Strider that cuts stuff. Yeah, in a lot of ways, for sure. Oh, man. Is DLT the only retailer that does no-choil XM variants? Yes, they are. The no-choil variant XMs are all from DLT. That is where you can get, in my opinion, the very best starter XM that exists. The XM18 Skinny Slicer No-Choil. That is the very, in my opinion, if you want to start with Hinderer knives on an XM, you want the 3.5-inch Skinny Slicer No-Choil. That's the one that syncs up with today's knife world and the demands of today's knife world. In my opinion, that's the best place to start. Favorite Medford ever handle an en belay? I've not handled an en belay. I mean, favorite in terms of like just the item, like the aura that the item gives off, definitely the Praetorian tie. If I was going to use one, if I was going to go beat the crap out of one, it would be the 187 DP in full tie in 3V, which is another DLT exclusive. That's one that you can actually get right now. Eric, Mr. MC, does Nick Shabazz have a knife that you want but can't get? Or is there any knife from someone else's collection that you wish you had? Yeah, Nick Shabazz, The Graham Razzle actually is one that I tried to seek out for a long time and just could not get my hands on. It's my understanding he no longer has it, but I've been drooling over that mid-tech for a long time. Zell says, sorry it took so long to join, guys. I was holding out for Trunk Sword from DBZ. Maybe we could get a tough light emoji. I'm tempted to make a tough light emoji just for Zell. Pretty soon here, guys, after a few more members join, YouTube will open up more slots for emojis that I can create. And yeah, Trunk Sword from DBZ and a bunch of others that were suggested from previous live streams. And again, yeah, Zell, I'm tempted to make a tough light emoji just for you as an inside joke. Slicey, where are you at? And you were watching Super, like Tournament of Power? Oh, anybody who doesn't know, for all 107 people watching, yeah, I'm a gigantic DBZ fan. I'm 32 years old. Of course I'm a DBZ fan. And you can't hate. The show's still going. It's still a worldwide sensation. Oh my gosh. Where's the 40 Gonzos? Referencing the meme, I'm assuming, or at least my... Oh, Kai. You're watching Kai. Okay, that's the way to watch it, especially if you had to suffer through the original when you were younger. My God, the filler. Rob Latona, thank you so much for the donation. Hi, any thoughts on Mazarine Knives AM5? I have not handled the AM5. That's something that perhaps somebody in the viewing audience might be able to handle for you. Lethal Blades, thanks for the donation. I travel a lot for work and work in a fairly dirty environment, but don't use a knife heavily. Any suggestions for knife? Either if you work in a dirty environment, no matter how much you use your knives, phosphor bronze, man. Something in phosphor bronze. Honestly, Benchmade, there's so many great knives. Even if you don't use a knife super hard, you know, I mean, like a Benchmade Griptilian, a standard Benchmade Griptilian, I think would be a fantastic knife for you. At $100, S30V, even if it does have FRN handles, and I'm not a big fan of FRN, it is running on phosphor bronze. You're not using it hard, so I wouldn't worry too much about the Omega Springs, but yeah, man, for sure. And if you don't want to go that route, you want to save some money, the Civivi Governor. Oh my good, who's with me on the Civivi Governor, right? Talk about a super underrated knife. The Civivi Governor run phosphor bronze and running on, running on phosphor bronze with D2 steel. It's got the thumb studs. It's a better wrap in a lot of ways. Absolutely. Dane Swecker 333 follow up to DLT question. In your experience, how long of a rotation cycle might it be for DLT to come back around to some no-chill slicer XM183? Like 3 months. Seems like it's like every 3 months they do a run of those. And even if it's not a skinny, if it's a standard thickness, go for it. The standard thickness slicer is still excellent, right? It's about a half an ounce to 0.75 ounces heavier. I love it. Shaker doing the duty, man. 110 people in here and only 28 likes. I agree with him. Should we do the obligatory live stream like to bolster my ego and nothing more? I think so. If you have not liked the live stream, I would ask that you do like the live stream because it makes me feel good about myself. And I like to watch the little counter go up. There we go, 49 up from 30 something. That's wonderful. 56. Love it. Slicey says, I have a skinny Skinner in my pocket right now. Is that same OD Green one that Scott sent us? Man, I was so impressed by the skinny. I honestly thought after having an XM18 3.5 inch at 165 thousandths for so long. Thanks, Steve. That one, I'm guessing, is Steve. After having that standard thickness one for so long, I thought, you know what? There's no way that skinny could possibly be that it could feel robust after getting used to it. But you know what? The skinny still feels plenty robust, but it's so much thinner behind the edge, right? Let's turn these knives all upside down, see if we can get rid of some of that glare. My brother just set up some amazing. My brother is the very best detailer on the planet in terms of like perfecting, the look of your vehicle. I'm saying that honestly. I don't know anybody on this planet who could do a better job making your car look brand new than him. But he does this out of his garage, outside. It's his hobby outside of his actual job. He actually works at the old dealership that I used to work at as the head of parts. And his Daytona Charger that I sold to him looks like something that Dodge couldn't even do out of the factory. Anyways, the reason I'm telling you guys this is he just installed multi-directional LED lamps everywhere, all over his garage, so he can see every last little tiny fingerprint he may have accidentally left on his or another client's vehicle. And I may be applying the exact same type of lighting to my dungeon down here to get the light to bounce off the walls instead of semi. And it's like one layer indirect here, and it's obviously causing a little bit of unnecessary glare off some of these knives. So we're gonna play around with it, and that might be something that we implement from now on. Stacy, what's up? I said good evening, fellow knights. Good evening, Stacy. Absolutely. BAKPAKB, random question. Anyone know where I could score replacement hardware for a Spyderco Smock? Preferably blue hardware. XXX Adrenaline XXX on eBay, or check him out on Instagram, I believe has blue titanium hardware for the Spyderco Smock. I think. I'm not 100% sure there. Excuse me, un memento while I have some hydration. Okay. Let's see here. Andrew Toole, what's up, buddy? When they say, when they do a skinny Warncliffe, I'm so on board. Yeah, for sure, man. I know they're going to do that. Talk about a delicate tip, though. You're going to have to be careful about that. That's what she said. That was me. I was not reading a comment. Mad Dog Jones, what's your favorite steel to beat on? And you know you won't hurt the blade. 1095, if I'm being honest. 1095 is just like, it's like whatever, man. Like 1095, you can absolutely wreck. You can wreck. And it's just brought back to life so easily. I'd actually like to hear Super Steel Steve's opinion on properly heat-treated 1095. High carbon steels and tool steels, I'm starting to lean towards. I'm starting to pull away from stainless steels in a user setting and starting to lean on some of these high carbon steels and tool steels, mainly because I don't live in an area where excess corrosion resistance is necessary. And I'm finding there's a massive benefit to some of these really amazing tool steels, right? I also don't care nearly as much about CPM steels in a user setting. If I'm going to collect a knife and put it in a display case, for whatever reason, I lean on those CPM steels, but in a user setting, I don't care as much. Q1 Fiend, any Hinderer tri-way pivots, are Hinderer tri-way pivots worth an extra $75? Well, truthfully, you can still find Generation 4 non-tri-way XMs brand new for the exact same price as a tri-way XM. And if you're referring to prices on the secondary market versus a brand new tri-way system, I think used tri-way models go for nearly the same amount as used non-tri-way models. Yeah, go for the tri-way. I mean, unless you are a massive fan of standard general carbonized titanium lock faces, which there's an argument there, right? You have the option to switch out all the different pivot systems. And yeah, I mean, the lock bar insert is massively beneficial, in my opinion, because Hinderer knows how to do their lock face geometry. So yeah, man, go for the tri-way. You got more options right now anyway, and rest assured that the detents are tuned properly. You're rolling a dice on the Gen 4 because early Gen 4s had crappy detents. Late Gen 4s had better detents. So, get a tri-way. Super Steel Steve, welt heat treated 1095, never heard of her. I'm going to assume that's, well, maybe it's not sarcasm. What's the appropriate Rockwell hardness according to Super Steel Steve for 1095? I would like to know. Do you like Essie's 1095? Is it Roland 1095? I want to know. Like the SE 5 or SE 6 and 1095, if you were going to, as Steve put it, baton it through a pine tree. I'd like to know, because I'm assuming that would be great. Grant F. MC, are you the go-to ZT Hinderer guy? How have you not reviewed the 0450 yet? The 0450? That's not a Hinderer. The 0450 is a Sinkovich. Am I wrong? Grant? I think. 1095 is 62 with cryo. All right. I'm going to trust Steve on that one. So, that cryo heat treatment, you know what? I've got a knife made by SOG the Terminus XR that uses cryo treatment on S35VN. You think that's a new thing? Cryo treatment? They cool it to negative 300 degrees Fahrenheit? Am I wrong? Am I right? I'm interested in that. That's very interesting to me. I know nothing about it. I defer to people like Steve. Rusty Swing. Some clown at work keeps saying something about some type of spider hole, something or other. Yeah, that's the preferred deployment mechanism on a Spyderco. I can't tell if he's trolling or if that's a serious comment, but yeah, the spider hole is a place that I enjoy putting my thumb. Pun intended. Excuse me. I have a new chair, a wonderful new chair that my dad gave me from his office that he's done with, obviously. And new shelves and stuff to continue on what I was talking about earlier. You guys will be getting a tour of my new setup that I'm excited about. It's still just a bunch of tables and stuff in a basement, but I'm excited about it. This place is a lot more comfortable, very organized, and also to people sending me knives, I think you'll be pretty excited about how I have them organized and how safe they are. So yeah. Grant F. LOL. Yeah, my bad. It is a Sinkovich. Still waiting on an MC review, though. You're right. I do need to review that knife, and that's okay. I mean, in your defense, the ZT model number system, oh my God. I mean, it's despite my ability to name that one, I'll be honest with you, like I got about 20% memory on ZT's, the whole number thing. That's about it. Zell said, did you guys see that world record deadlift? So, hey, Zell, Ricky texted me and I saw everybody from Lewis talking about that. Did he get that? What was it? 1,075 pounds? Am I right? Thor being the mountain. Anybody who's watched Game of Thrones, that giant guy that wore the suit of armor that was like dead for most of the show. Yeah, that guy apparently deadlifted close to 1,100 pounds tonight. Lethal Blades, thanks for the donation. 0450 or 0452, whichever one's longer. I can't remember. The 0452 is longer, I think. 0452. 501 kilograms, 1,142 pounds. Oh my God. Insane. Is Neves Knives in here? Hello, Neves Knives. Thanks for dropping in. If you guys are not subscribed to Neves Knives, you should be. They're a blast to watch. And I watched your unboxing. I'm so sorry for my lack of a heartfelt letter, Kara. That had me cracking up. She said, what a dick move. And for those of you who don't know, my real name is Richard. So there was a lot more meaning behind that statement than I think she knew. I got a good laugh out of that. Oh, man. 0452 is 4.1. Yeah, 0452, the big one. Oh, my goodness. The Sprint Run in titanium. I owned that knife for a little bit before I started the channel. Man, that was a sweet blade. S35VN in full titanium for $225, I think is what I bought that knife for. Miss it. Yeah. Hey, Mashi Rubin, I get it. You're enjoying the live stream, but why don't we cool it? Let's see here. Blade Banner, Kershaw sprint runs will be interesting. A Kershaw sprint runs of what? But yeah, a Blade Banner. If you guys are not subscribed to Blade Banner, yeah, you should be 100%. I owe it to Blade Banner for allowing me into the Apex Pass Run group a long time ago. So thank you very much. Andrew Toole says, Richard is my middle name and my last name is Toole. High school wasn't kind. Oh, that's a bummer, dude. I feel for you, man. But I mean, hey, like at some point you probably just had to own it. That's the only way out of it. You develop a confidence and you own it, and maybe you lift a bunch of weights and get bigger, and it really helps out, you know? I mean, that's a lot of those things go hand in hand. People stop messing with you. His last name is Wahlberg. Danny T, I think I speak for everyone when asking to take a look at that pry bar. Seriously, though, could save your could save your tip. Yeah, the Lynch Northwest All Access Pass, thanks to Eric Belike, actually. This is the V2.5. This is the most perfect EDC pry bar that exists. Made in the United States, has the classic Lynch clip on it. Actually, a little bit different style than what we see on some of the Spyderco stuff. 6L4V titanium, bottle opener, nail puller, ride, pry bar. Weighs like nothing, 0.6 ounces, something like that. Wonderful. Perfect design. Why is it so hard for people to design EDC pry bars? Make it a piece of titanium that's thin and can pry, and maybe open a bottle and put a pocket clip on it. Why do so many people who make EDC pry bars avoid that? They're like, well, let's make a pry bar, but let's make it super inconvenient at the same time. There you go. $140. No, just make this. This is good. Unfortunately, it's like sold out everywhere. It does look like an aggressive shark, but man, it functions. It's just a sweet little pry bar. A Therapeutic Edge. What's going on? Another channel that you guys should all be subscribed to. There's enough people in here that I will plug this again because I am shameless and kind of trying to make a joke, but also trying to promote this at the same time. If you'd like to join my membership program and gain access to the Metal Knight helmets that you're seeing next to people's names that are different colors associated with the time that they have been members, they upgrade, change colors over time. And of course, the little sword emojis that you're seeing are also something that is exclusive to the membership program. You can click join right under the video, or you can go to the main banner of my page and click join, and you'll gain access to that stuff if you choose to be a part of the membership program. Super Steel Steve says Jurassic. I don't know the context behind that, but I am inclined to agree. The Jurassic is perhaps the best all-around Hinderer model that exists. Deacon, thank you so much for the donation. Any plans to review the Micro Evo Typhoon or Void XL as Sharp by Design goes through these next through waves of releases? Riot Angle have anything to do with it? If not. So I have a Void right now, but not the Void XL. I would love to review a Void XL. I believe Jeff perhaps will be helping me out with that. And the Micro Evo Typhoon, yeah. That'll be on my list. And guys, within the next 2 weeks, there's going to be a new list that I'm going to send out to everybody, letting you guys know the next knives that I'm going to be interested in, and that will absolutely be on the list. Jeff says I have Void XL for him to review soon. Perfect. I thought you did. Isn't it monochromatic titanium with diamond texture on it? Jeff, if I remember correctly from the image you sent me. Jeff sends me so many pictures of all the treasures that he has acquired. It's hard to keep track of everything. Every time I check the text from Jeff, I'm just like, what? Spirited Whiskey's in here. What's up, Spirited Whiskey? I put the Lynch clip on my Sebenza 31, natural micarta inlay, and love it. That's awesome, man. That's very cool. Speaking of people who send me so many pictures of amazing knives that I will never acquire, yeah, Spirited Whiskey does that too. Between those two, I'm just like, what? Like I have a channel where people will send me stuff, and I still can't acquire things as fast as these guys. Oh my gosh. Londinium Armory, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Maddow Jones, that's what I was thinking. Thanks, Super Still Steve. Don't know what you guys are talking about. Family photo shoot. Anyone have experience with blades we love on eBay? Been eyeing some of those customized Spydercos. Blades we love sounds really familiar. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody else can answer you. Pocket Tank, what's going on, man? Another channel you guys should all be subscribed to. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah. Deuce Greg says blades we love are great. Okay, I figured somebody would say something. Lindy Lou says Knife Steel Nerd's recent release, his catch results LC200N outperformed Nitro V. Wow. So that's something that I think people should pay a lot of attention to, actually. The Knife Steel Nerds. Nick Shabazz posted about this on Instagram and actually has talked about it for a long time. That is an excellent source. Knife Steel Nerds is an excellent source of detailed information. And I think the more people who pay attention to them, the more educated the entirety of the knife community becomes, including myself, because I'm an amateur when it comes to metallurgy. A Therapeutic Edge, thanks for the donation. Bearings or phosphor bronze on your Dark Horse XM24. So in its current state, while it's sitting and doing nothing, bearings. But if I was going to use it, 100% phosphor bronze. Like in a heartbeat. I couldn't change them out fast enough. 100%. Excuse me, what's going on? Lethal Blades, thank you so much for the donation. Where is a trusted place to pick up custom blades online? Tri-City Custom Knives, Arizona Custom Knives, if you don't mind them being used, absolutely. And I would say Monkey Edge is also a good place. Blade HQ is fine. GP Knives is fine. DLT Trading is fine. Those are all great places. Pocket Tank coming in hot with a big donation. Thank you so much. I promise I won't go any higher. I don't trust you. Don't do it. I'm not saying you have to. Thank you. You've definitely donated enough. But thank you so much for your donation, man. You literally don't, I mean, not that anybody needs to, but you have donated enough to where I'm happy with just your presence. 100%. Let's see here. You should go on Knife Banter. That would be fun. I don't think I'm big enough to where they care about me, though, to be honest. I don't think they know who I am. Maybe at 50,000. I've added Blade HQ and Ben a couple of times on Instagram. Well, I think once with Ben and once with Blade HQ, and I don't know if they responded or not. That's okay. I'm a small channel, you know. We hit 17,000 tonight. Holy crap! What happened? We just celebrated 15,000. Thank you so much for getting me there, guys. We'll do the next celebratory milestone will be at 20,000. But yeah, channel's doing great. I can't complain. Lindy Lou. Well, obviously the steel's you. Oh, okay. You guys talking about steel. Blade Banner. They have their live streams you can jump on for Blade HQ. Oh, like just jump in and say, like, just say something. I don't know. I feel weird. Like I don't want to reach out to him and be like, hey, you guys, you ever heard of my channel? That'd be so weird. I'd be honored if at some point they were like, hey, you want to do a thing? You know, I would totally do it. That's great exposure, and I love Blade Banter. The funniest one I've ever seen, I laughed so hard, was when, tell me if you guys remember this, the Blade Banter between Ben and the editor, the main editor, Matt Og Jones, thanks for the donation. Bailout and M4, the Kershaw launch 11 coming soon. Honestly, anything over the bailout and M4. There's a bunch of people will tell you in here. Benchmade, their bailout and M4, at least their first runs were so soft. Unless they fix that, I no, that knife made no sense to me. Almost anything over that knife. The best one was Ben and the guy who edits, who also edited the video. He actually was the person, Shirley, who edited this part. Was when they were talking about ZT knife, and Ben goes, I've actually never owned a ZT. And then the edit kicks in, and it's like the record being scratched and everything screeches to a halt, and it's just crickets chirping. And the edit is so funny because they're all just staring at each other, just making awkward faces. Like nobody could possibly believe that Ben has never owned a ZT. And the scene that got me was the guy who edited it. Obviously, the reaction was something from a different take where he was shaking his head, but it looked like his only physical, emotional, and mental response to the shocking truth of Ben not having ever owned a ZT was just, it was too much for him. So he was just like looking awkwardly down and like shaking his head kind of like in disbelief. I laughed so hard. Oh my gosh, it was a beautiful edit. Absolutely. Nobody is paying attention to what I'm talking about in the comment section. Therapeutic Edge, by the way, I have one of your beautiful babies out here. I don't know if this one's yours or your wife's, but man, I love that trail boss. I can't remember which video, Lump of Funworth, but I can't remember exactly which one. It's from a long time ago, but I laughed so hard at that edit. Let's see. Celsius, yeah, nobody cares. It's kind of a common theme with my live stream is that people pop in and talk about whatever, and I'm background noise. Pocket Tank, what's a knife you're craving to get your hands on as of now? MC. Ooh. Let me think. Aside from the Holt Spectre V4 and the Shirogorov F95. Oh man, let me think. There was something the other day that I was like, man, I could sell some stuff and grab that. I don't know. I might have to circle back to that one. I'm pretty set in my ways. Something has to come out pretty spectacular. Something pretty spectacular has to come out for me to be like, ugh. As of right now, my brain is focused on the moment that Flightanium releases the Shaman titanium scales. I can guarantee I will be one of the first people to buy those scales. Absolutely. They're bought. They're already bought. Ready to go. PayPal ready. Whatever they accept. Land, car parts, whatever they want. Brett Coin, thanks for the donation. Have a ZT0770CF. Want another best ZT Hinderer. Wait, the ZT0770CF. That's a Hinderer? Hang on here. Hang on, I'm going to Google it. That's not a Hinderer. Hang on. ZT0770CF. What? That's not a Hinderer. Hang on. The 0770? No, that's not a Hinderer. It looks nice. Super cool. I mean, I know I'm aware of this knife, but that's not a Hinderer. Maybe I misunderstood. Yeah, it's not a Hinderer. In-house design. Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like the whole Matrix dilemma they had with Microtech. You really think Blade Show will happen like normal after this Kung Flu? I read that too quickly. Oh, that's funny. I'm laughing. It's already over. No, I don't think Blade Show will happen the way that people were hoping it would happen before all this crap ensued. There's no way. There's a lot of people already not going. A lot of makers already not going. Christopher Clayton, you should get into firearms. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm in a great place, but here's the thing. I can't pump out the same type of content when it comes to firearms, even if I were to pursue it and learn, which I would need to. I would need to do essentially what I did with knives over again, which is about 10 years in this, like digging way into it. And then you have to imagine, how difficult it would be to get my hands on all this different stuff after having learned it. Much more difficult than folding knives, right? So many more restrictions. Would be awesome. I like firearms. I live in Kansas, so everybody and their dog and their grandma's got 3 or 4 firearms. Lethal Blades, thanks for the donation. Does anyone know how to take apart the free spinning Russian pivots like the Shiros should work on? Well, the Shiros is just, but the fly. Oh, we have a special guest. My wife is joining us. I was gonna say you could just use a coin for the Shiro Gorovs, but if they're free spinning, I could understand why that would be a problem. I don't know. I've always assumed that, Shiro Gorovs could be taken apart with a coin. Is Mike still here? Is he coming back? Is he going to do this?
No.
He's not going to come in?
No.
Everybody, so my brother's here. I thought he was going to join us for the live stream. Apparently he's not. So that's too bad. We'll see if we can pry him out of my basement living room. People are saying, Mrs. Complex, you should say hello.
Hi.
Our laugh synced up there, really. Super weird. Thoughts on the ZT0808? Hang on. I get 0808 and 0909 mixed up. Hang on. ZT0808. Curse you, ZT, in your numbering system. Oh, is this a Rexford? Yeah, this is a little Rexford. So I've actually never handled this knife. The ZT Rexfords and Rexfords in general are great knives, but truthfully, if I'm remembering the measurements on this guy, I think it might be a little small for me. But from what I understand, this is a very beloved model. I would prefer it was tumbled and not satin. I don't know that you can get a satin finish on it. No idea. Mr. McKenzie, I finally got my hands on a lone goat. I love it more than I expected I would. I don't know anything about that maker, but it's going to be one that I Google right after the live stream. People are laughing at Super Steel Steve. I'm sure he said something. Oh, he did? You want to flip off the live stream? I don't think I got demonetized for that last time. Okay. I just made it sound like I don't really care about how offended my viewers would be. All I care about is whether or not it's monetized. That is not what I meant. I was hoping to get a laugh out of you guys. Pocket thinks that I arrested a guy with Z Hunter. He was carrying it unironically. Oh, that's funny. That's the that's the best. Oh man. It's almost like you probably were tempted to let him off, like this guy's no danger to anybody. Oh, spirited MC. Be sure to check out the new Arno Bernard Orca model after stream. I texted you pics. It looks like a winner for 2020. I will. Thank you. I look at every single picture you and Jeff send me. Every single one, even if I don't respond. Hey, Women Carry Knives. Thanks so much for joining. And again, you guys, if you're not subscribed to Women Carry Knives, you should be, because she has some awesome content. Absolutely. Leave the live stream, subscribe to her, and then come back. I'll still be here. Could you recommend the Benchmade Griptilian? I'm looking to buy one and I don't know. Yes, absolutely. I would recommend switching out the scales, but truthfully, FRN is plenty durable. Can't really argue with the price that much. The Benchmade Griptilian is one of the most legendary models that exists, and it has been for a long time. Let's see here. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Absolutely. Women Carry Knives. I'm more than happy to point people your way. Whether you guys send me knives or not, absolutely. But thank you for sending me knives. I'm very much enjoying your ADV collection. Absolutely. By the way, the Olone Goat is made by Derek Costa, and he's very cool. Okay, good. Glad for the information. Andrew Toole says, I can't believe you didn't plug or in this case, the Ritter Hogue there. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity, right? There's 150 people in here right now. What's the old record? Spirited has that down. Is it 183, 186, something like that? We're close enough where I should talk about it. We're 46 minutes in. Yeah, there was at one point I had 180 or so people in here, I think. Stacy, thanks so much for the donation. Really appreciate that. I think the record's 180 something. Oh, is it 163? Okay, so we're closer than I thought. 163 is it? All right. If we break the record tonight, I'll do a giveaway on sometime next week. Brandon Young, welcome to the Knights of the Round. Everybody, welcome Brandon with a hail of swords from your inventory. Absolutely, I love that this chair reclines. I'm not going to break it. I'm not that heavy. Our laugh synced up again. That was so weird. Yay! Look at all the swords. Yay! That's awesome. Thanks for joining. I appreciate that. And enjoy your exclusive emojis. Somebody made a sword. Look at that. Oh. He made it. That's creative. Clark Nelson making use of the stock emojis. That's also beautiful. You don't necessarily have to join to get your hands on the emojis. They've Google has or YouTube has provided them. Actually, theirs look kind of cool. I better step up my game. But yeah, if we break 163 tonight, which we're fairly close, then we'll do another giveaway. I appreciate so many people joining tonight. This is a fun one. 150 people in here. If you just joined and you're thinking, nah, this is boring, just leave it open. Help us break a record, right? I mean, make a sandwich, get a beverage, whatever you need. Just help me break the record so that I can feel good and my ego can be bolstered. My wife is giving me a very silent, very stern, very cold and sarcastic look.
What the
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, that was funny. I just kept going. Like I knew that you would break if I just kept going. Oh my gosh. Smash that like button. We got 88 likes and 4 dislikes for whatever reason. If you're new or you haven't liked it yet, right? Let's do a second obligatory live stream like. Help me feel good about what I'm doing. That's sarcasm. The people are telling me to leave. Oh, they're telling you to leave me alone. Yeah, you got to stop being so aggressive. But what do I think about butterfly knives? I think there are some super crap ones out there, and I think there are some really, really premium ones out there. I don't know that I really have a lot of use in my day-to-day life, though I would check out the Hinderer one, the Nieves. 161. We are almost to break the record. Mad Dog Jones, thanks so much for the donation. Benchmade Axis Lock is a disappointment fight for me. I'm sorry. I can understand that. Hopefully you find an Axis Lock knife that meets your demands. 162, according to Spirited Whiskey. I'm going to trust that he's kind of the appointed person who 163 for 1 second. I saw that. We have to hit 164 to break the record. I thought it was 180 something. Wow, listen to my ego talk. I thought it was so much higher than that. Woo! Sorry. 164, was it? Oh yeah, there it was. Okay, 164. I'll find something to give away. Now all these people were like, fine, I'll stay in here for a little bit, but as soon as I'm done making my sandwich, I'm gone. Oh, let's see. Mrs. MC is really mean for you having a table full of knives and Pocket Tank, thanks, buddy. Mrs. MC makes the live stream so much more entertaining. My wife thinks I'm a lunatic with all these knives. Yeah, you do. When you pop in, you do your kind of, hey, here I am. People like it, So you should pop in here at the beginning sometime. And not just after you're done eating your sandwich. Bought my first Hinderer because of you and your Dark Horse episode. Hey, that's awesome, man. I hope you enjoy it. I'm glad. I'm really happy to find that so many people are buying Hinderers because of my recommendation. I sure wish Rick Hinderer would notice, but he doesn't seem to know that I exist. Lethal Blades. Have you checked into the Spyderco bombshell yet? No, but I will because that name is cool. Somebody else brought that up in another live stream, and I was like, yeah, I'll check that out, and then just forgot. Danny T says, I want a sandwich. Danny, as soon as this live stream's over, I'm going to go make a sandwich. We had steak tonight. We grilled out and had steak, and I ate it, and I'm already hungry again. Mr. McKenzie, oh, man, I just had a thought for the pesky unboxing knife. A butterfly knife. That's got to be a butterfly knife other than Benchmade. Oh, yeah, for sure. There's tons of them. Actually, one of the knives that was, that was sent is a balisong. It's just not a knife. It's a fork. Thanks, Justin the Hunter. So we'll see. A lot of votes in. A lot of votes for the fork, but honestly, guys, I know I might be cheating here, but I'm hoping for this guy, the F-150 truck spring scalpel from Kiefer. I love that one. Stacy, thanks so much for the donation. She says, I hide all the knives I buy for my boyfriend. I hope that keeps working out for you. Super Steel Steve, thanks for the donation. He says, Axis Lock is disappointing if your IQ is under 61. God bless you, Steve, for making me read your comment out loud. I love you. Super Steel Steve's opinions and comments are his own, but he is my friend. That is just a factual statement. Pocket Tank, thanks so much for the additional donation. Really, I mean, you're too kind, buddy. You guys got to go get drunks and Z hunters out of these streets. Y'all stay safe and carry on. Oh man, I appreciate your initiative on doing that for all of us. Absolutely, I appreciate you, buddy, for sure. I hope you're enjoying those knives, by the way. Christopher Clayton, what is your favorite chode knife? Let me think. My favorite, I know what you're talking about. Are you referencing how Frankie and Bird say that? Can you scooch, honey? Thank you. Thank you kindly. Oh, I tripped over an empty box of beverage cans. Let me find her here. It's one that Jeff gave me. Legitimately my favorite chode knife, if I'm understanding that correctly. One that does get carried and used. This is the Curtis Custom ODT. Absolutely love this little chode knife for sure. It's so wonderful. About the size of a dog tag. Chunky. Looks like a chisel. Not chisel ground, just looks like a chisel. Titanium and CTS XHP, if I'm not mistaken. Who was that? Hold on, let me get back over here. Limited space. Mad Dog Jones, thanks so much, buddy. Going to just subscribe to Super Steel Steve to annoy him. Okay. I think Steve has a lot of people, I'm sure, that fit that role. But I'm sure he wouldn't say no to one more. Let's see here. They make Hinderer knives under 600. They certainly do. Who, Justin? For the love of God, answer that kid's question about Hinderers under 600. What did he say? Mike, come in here. See if we can get him. Hold on, let's find.
You didn't give him much of a choice.
No, I didn't. Do you want a chair?
I don't care.
We don't have any chairs. I'm sorry. Everybody, welcome Michael Complex, as he'll henceforth be known, my brother, who is the same height and build as me. He just has a deeper voice. Yep. I have no idea. Yes, whoever asked that question, yeah, they definitely make real Hinderer knives under 600. I believe the least expensive true Hinderer is Michael Complex is what I said, Q1 friend. The Hinderer XM18, you putting that one in there? Oh, the agave? Yeah. Can you have to hold it under the camera right here.
I thought it was.
No.
Yeah.
You have to. There you go. Yeah. That's just what Mike's carrying right now. But yeah, they definitely make Hinderers under 600. Oh yeah, I get see the live stream's different from the camera. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, Hinderers under. How many times have I said this? No, Steve. Actually, what do you weigh right now? All right.
You.
Yeah, honey, what do you weigh? No, Mike and I are 220. Yeah, I'm about 230, 235. So we're within 15 pounds of each other. But he's actually a little taller at 6 foot on the dot, and I'm 5'11 and 3/4.
And you're a little fatter than that.
Well, why don't you just not? You don't have to say that to 154 people. Yeah. There's a picture of us there, me and my brother and my sister, as well as me and my wife on Instagram. You guys can go look at that. It's much more flattering than current. The XM18 3.5 inch and 3 inch are at $425. You can get a 3 inch skinny at $375. You can get slippies at $275. Oh yeah, there you go. That's the least expensive Hinderer. The Hinderer Slippy is actually a $275 knife, if I'm correct. Let's see. This FireTech Spanto is under 500. Yeah, it definitely is. The FireTech Spanto is 425, if I remember correctly. It's what the heck just happened?
It's
XX. The XM24 is a $600 knife. That's probably where the confusion is. I'm gonna turn this CJRB because
yeah, I just didn't know where to put it.
Well, the light. We were talking about that earlier.
Oh, yep.
Lindy says, I've been on a slip joint kick. Most recommended slip joint. Great Eastern Cutlery, the GEC 15. The GEC number 15, in my opinion, is the most attractive American-made slip joint there is. That's a classic slip joint, by the way. That's what I would recommend.
Mr. McKenzie, no, we made steaks.
Where's that?
We make burgers together if we're the Wahlberg brothers.
I mean, sometimes it's just like us making burgers, but
or corn dogs.
Or corn dogs, yeah. Sometimes we grill corn dogs. Let's see. Spirited Whiskey, good podcast appearance. What? Lethal Blades, thanks for the donation. What is Bro MC's favorite knife right now? Favorite knife that he owns, or just favorite knife? You just answered.
I own 3 knives.
What
the
are
third
they?
one being the one that just got set out.
This one?
Don't really know what it is.
CJRB Agave.
Yep.
And
the Lightning OTF and a Benchmade Griptilian. He
says Benchmade Griptilian. That's the one that so he was one of the best men in my wedding, and I put the AWT scales on a Griptilian, a first edition 20 CV Griptilian back when they first came out, and I put that on. You did?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? The initial one?
The colors.
Oh, the colors. That's right. You did pick out the colors. That's right.
Nailed it.
But
I want that XM18 Harpoon Spanto.
In what configuration?
Black and bronze and gray and gold.
Black and bronze and gray and gold. I mean, it can be done. I mean, that's the truth of it.
Yeah. So just like the 24, but maybe bronze hardware.
They need to do an XM24.
Probably a stone wash finish with a black scale
I'm just
and
gonna
bronze
say this.
hardware.
If you accidentally drop
I
this
would not.
XM24 on this Hawk Orbit, everybody in this live stream will lose their shit.
Well, probably shouldn't put them right next to each other.
You're right. Do I need to scoot over so that, like, the whole time I was like, it'll probably be fine, but if he drops it, I'm gonna freak out. Yeah, and he's right though. They do need to make an XM24 Harpoon Spanto for sure. That would be the best. But exactly what he's saying actually is something that I would prefer as well. We have been knocking this mat all cattywampus. Wonky River.
Oh, wonky dilly.
Let's see here. Yeah, hey Gonzo, love the meme he made of them. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Let's see here. Where's Steve? Somebody's saying that Steve's being elitist. I sense irony and confusion. Where did he? Best Gonzo, the one. Oh man, listen, guys. Gonzo make knives that can be used. It's fine, but to a certain extent, I do understand what Steve is saying. Am I biased? Yes, because I like Steve. Whatevs. Do you like fixed blades at all? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. I don't use them nearly as much as I, would need to really be able to present you guys with a definitive review. But man, I love fixed blades. They're tough.
His name Yakalope.
Yakalope.
Do
you fix
stomach not
blades?
agree with cantaloupe?
Do you fix blades at all? I do on the weekends when I'm, I guess we're doing some outdoor projects and stuff. Every now and then I have a fixed blade out there. It doesn't get used so much that, like I said, that I'd be able to tell you all the this and that's. But yeah, I do use a fixed blade every now and then. Let's see. Yes, cantaloupe is good. Is actually how he responded to that.
Oh, that's
So
good.
it's good. Yeah, his stomach does agree with it. Spirited Whiskey says, I'm currently drinking some 18-year Whistle Pig, and it's flippin' delicious. My brother-in-law would be very jealous. We talked about Whistle Pig quite a bit the night after you recommended it as the gift whiskey, for sure. Let's see here.
Did you ever try that mango habanero stuff?
No, you talked about it, but
Yeah.
You have some?
On me? No.
Oh, well, I mean, it's customary if you're going to bring... Sorry, I just needed to know. Oh yeah, there's people watching. Let's see here. Grant F, could I see the blue G10 on your custom Mini Crooked River? I want to see outside of Benchmade's website. Yeah, Mike, could you pull up in the top drawer there and pull out the wonky river as you refer to it?
The wanky stream.
Just if you push that, okay, that'll work. The wanky stream. Here's the Mini Crooked River custom. Beautiful. Now, keep in mind, the light here is very bright. So it's actually a little bit more rich in person. The Benchmade, the blue G10 is a very rich blue G10. It's very different than, say, the light blue or even gray G10 that's on this CJRB. There's your contrast there. It's absolutely what I would call a sapphire blue, a rich sapphire blue, for sure. Rich. I'm reading. Why can't you? Okay. I wish Kershaw would redo the breakout in the form of a launch. I can't bring a mental picture to the front of my mind of the breakout. I feel like the knife world has permanently put down Gerber. I sure hope they haven't, because I think Gerber deserves redemption. They just... Listen, they had a lot of models that I think people are ready to put on the chopping block because of their reputation, and I don't think would have been judged as hard if they didn't make some of the true garbage that they made, right? So I mean, it's like, it's just, you're a kid with a magnifying glass, and you're intentionally going after certain ants. I think in some cases, especially with Gerber. What the hell am I saying? Gerber's coming around, and they are starting to design knives that are meant to be more appealing to the enthusiast market, which is what we all exist in. If you didn't know, if you like this stuff, you're probably a part of the enthusiast knife world. So let's hope that they come around. The flat iron. The newer one I've heard is a little better than the one that I have. That's one that I need to experience. If they change their name to Zerber, they'd do better. Everybody's laughing. Sorry, I didn't mean Zerber. Let's see. Where are we at for time on the live stream here? 10:05. 10 minutes left, guys. This is the part of the live stream where you guys can ask me literally anything you want. Preferably something non-knife related for the sake of everybody's entertainment. I will answer just about any question unless I don't want to answer it, in which case I won't answer it. But you can ask me whatever you want to ask me right now. I'm not at a restaurant right now, is what Steve said. Favorite ice cream? Anything with like Reese's peanut butter cups in it, for sure. Peanut butter something or other ice cream. Peanut butter, insert noun and adjective combination, ice cream. MC, Gentleman Jack or Buffalo Trace, are these liquors? So truthfully, guys, I'm not a liquor person. I'm a basic bitch when it comes to. I can say that. I can say what I want. I'm a grown man. What do you say?
That's how long we've known each other.
How long have you and Michael Complex known each other? Well, he's my brother, so our entire lives.
My whole life.
Yeah, his whole life and most of mine. 32 and 29, so 29 years. Or 30, however old, whatever, man.
Big deal today.
Kind of a big deal. Lethal Blade, thanks for the donation. Favorite barbecue style? I don't like. What's a barbecue style? What does that mean? Like smoked? Or like,
I guess.
Yeah, like
Kansas City barbecue.
Yeah, like Casey. I mean, I don't know, like smoked ribs. I guess is probably. Sorry, it's not your fault. It's a legitimate question. I'm just an idiot. Is what I'm trying to say here. Let's see. Who won more battles, you or your brother? So, I mean, for a long period of time, I was just bigger than he was. But there was certainly a tipping point where he got a lot bigger, and I stopped messing with him because it was actually it was probably my senior year and your sophomore year that we got really close in size. And I was like, there's a chance here that I could give up some social credit as a senior.
Yeah, our football coach liked to exploit that.
The football coach very much liked to exploit us going head to head in the Oklahoma drill because he knew that my brother had more leg power. The truth is my brother could squat more than I could. I was a senior and he was a sophomore, and he could squat more than I could, and the coach knew that. But it was a psychological battle, so he would intentionally put us up against each other in the Oklahoma drill. And I knew that there would come a day where if he basically became aware that he was more powerful, I was going to lose. So I just stopped. Right now, no, it can't happen. We would destroy a big chunk of the house.
No, it's because you skipped blood throw. Yes, it is Zell.
I don't
skip.
Just because Zell squats like 14,000 pounds, we call him the forklift because it's an actual forklift. They don't use forklifts at Heartland Lumber. They just use Zell.
Zell lift and you lift it.
I like to watch Zell lift. Oh my gosh. Gregory Burke says, MC, you had how many Hinderers and Spyderco knives without ever giving your brother one? I gave my brother a rear hook because it's my favorite knife, which I have owned. Yeah, I mean,
why don't I have a Hinderer?
It's just not something that I want to buy for him. I don't know how to say that. It's like, it's not that I don't think that he would enjoy Hinder. It's that, God dang, like $425 is a lot of money, and I'm so used to putting $425 into a knife and then enjoying it for a while and then selling it and expecting to get most of that back.
So
but if I were to
if someone wants to donate one to the church,
yeah, Don't do that. I mean, how do I get out of this?
Football versus basketball versus baseball versus ice hockey.
Basketball. We're
In which order?
Kansas.
In which order?
Oh, in
Just
which
order
order?
those.
Basketball first. We're Kansas Jayhawk fans. Hardcore Kansas Jayhawk fans. Right after that, I would say football is a long second. Then shortly behind football, probably baseball. I mean, here's the thing, guys. We're from Kansas, so we have the Kansas Jayhawks, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Kansas City Royals. I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but we've kind of been amazing for a while, for the last few years. Well, no. But we recently did win the World Series, so I get that it happened recently enough that we get to still feel good about that, right? And then hockey. I love watching hockey. We don't have Kansas doesn't have a hockey team. We
just play it in the dirt.
Yeah, we play dirt hockey. Oh man, what's your shiniest knife blade?
That one you had out earlier.
This one?
No, the one with the 0 edge.
Oh yeah, well it's not mine. The shiniest one I've ever handled is the oh my god, the Rockstead Higo 2, the mirror polished Rockstead Higo 2, which is put away right now because it makes me nervous. The shiniest knife I've ever owned. I don't know that I've ever owned a mirror polished blade. Probably anything with a satin belt finish.
Wasn't that real expensive one super shiny?
That's
Is that what you said?
That's exactly what I just. What are you doing? What's wrong with you?
I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
Favorite drunk as hell food. So here's what I was gonna say. So in Manhattan, Kansas, which is where here's the funny irony. So my brother graduated from K-State University, and which anybody who doesn't know, K-State, the Wildcats are massive rivals, as you could guess, with KU, the Kansas Jayhawks. So anyways, my brother graduated from there, so we would go to Fake Patties, which is a giant. What do I even call that? Fake Patties. But Manhattan, Kansas is a big crazy thing, right? And at the end of the night, we would all go to this place called Hunam's, which was like basically what they would give you for $10 was enough food to fill 5 people. But one incredibly intoxicated person would eat this. And that's probably my favorite food to eat while I'm super hydrated. Danny T says, chili fry. Why are you guys asking so many food questions? Because I know that because I sound fat. Chili fries or zucchini strips for buzzed food. Zucchini strips are a lot better than I think people give them credit for. But if I'm buzzed, yeah, chili fries for sure, man. For sure. Favorite Golden Q meal? The Hangover Burger, Zell. You know, man. You know, that's the way to do it. This is Mr. McKinsey said this is the best live stream for the chat interaction by far. I absolutely love this. I'm glad that there are people in here who make this entertaining. Obviously, the funny thing about my live stream is it's not really me that makes it entertaining. It's the people who come in here to see me and end up interacting with each other.
What did it get up to tonight?
It broke a record. It was 164.
So it beat it by 1.
Favorite chip? Anything kettle cooked, but kettle cooked dill pickle chips. I will eat those until my mouth is sore and angry.
Have you had the new Flamin' Hot dill pickle chips?
No, but I want that. We should leave. We should go drive vehicles and get them. We're here for dill pickle too. Just like come in and start yelling, and they're like, "We're closed." Let's see here. Charcoal or propane? I mean, we use propane, but a charcoal burger, I think most people will agree, except for Hank Hill, will agree that a charcoal burger tastes better. Can I join, says Zell? Sure. Yeah, we're going to kick the doors down to Dylan's to get flaming hot dill pickle chips. Let's see here. Did somebody ask my favorite?
Your most hated music genre.
Most hated music genre?
Be careful.
What is that? What is Lizzo? If Lizzo is a genre, I don't like it. I am tired of hearing that on the radio. It sounds like people throwing trash cans into other trash cans. Huh?
How did you convince your wife to marry you?
I don't know. I was wearing an
The
orange
knife collection.
The knife collection. Yeah, I was wearing an orange cutoff, and I was covered in sawdust, and I was bald. That's literally what I looked like with the first when my.
We got married.
Well, it's not no, but I mean, 2.5 weeks later. I'm joking. It was a long time after that, but I did take her to Taco Bell, so that had a lot to do with it. Let's see. Do you really drive a Prius? No, I don't drive a Prius, but what I actually drive is not far off. So my wife drives our 20. What year is it? 2018 RT Durango, which is very nice and very aggressive. And I drive a 2011 Hyundai Sonata with a cloth interior. So it's my wife's car that she bought on her own early on in college, and we still have it. It's paid off. Gets excellent fuel economy. 185 horses when it was new. Probably backed off to about 162. I don't know the last time I changed the air filter or anything like that, but she's a heck of a has a steering wheel. Oh my gosh, we have to end this live stream. This is just ridiculous. Mr. McKenzie says, "Holy crap, I drive an 11 Sonata with a cloth interior. What color?" It's whatever gray.
Sad gray.
It's a sad gray. Yeah, it's like apocalypse gray. Russian sky gray, I guess. Let's see here. Super Steel Steve says, "Tool sucks. Fight me."
What?
The band Tool.
Oh.
Tool has like 3 good songs, and the rest of it just sounds like a soundscape and somebody whining. Let's see. Why does the Norseman cost more than a? I'm not going to read the rest of that. There's a lot that goes into a Norseman, and the newer variants. I think people judge a lot. The older models, but the newest versions of the Norsemans actually look pretty good. There's a lot of handwork and a lot of attention to detail that goes into it. I can't tell you exactly why dollar for dollar, but can I tell you why a Norseman costs more than a Wii? It's because there's a lot more that goes into it. Labor costs are higher in the United States. Manufacturing costs, all that stuff. Yeah, it's titanium and choose your super steel, but there's just more that goes into it, and it costs more money to make.
Horseman definitely costs more than 11 Sonata.
Christopher Clayton, none. Let's see here. Yeah, you're right, Andrew Toole. Sorry, Norseman is Canadian, but my point still stands. I always confuse that for some reason. I always initially jump on like, well, it's an American made. But yeah, Andrew Toole is correct. I'm sorry about that. It is Canadian, but point still stands. It does cost more to manufacture for sure than a lot of your typical titanium frame locks that are made in China or wherever. Midwestern, Aiden McCormick, Hayes, Kansas. The part that you have to drive through if you're going across the country. What are we at here for time? 10:18. You got 5 minutes to ask me the weirdest questions you can possibly come up with, and I will do my best to entertain you with the answers.
Last
rock concert was Warped Tour. My wife, back then, my girlfriend, my lowly girlfriend. She almost spit out her wine when I said that. And actually, the couple that hooked us up initially, which is actually none other than Endure88 on Instagram, the gentleman who did my channel artwork, and his girlfriend, who he is now engaged to. Fiance, I've said that. You tapped my shoulder too soon. They actually they hooked us up, and we all decided to go to Warped Tour together. Can you please stop talking? I'm conducting a live stream. Yeah, we went to Warped Tour together and just went crazy. It was a blast. I'm a big fan of heavy metal and hard rock of all types. So yeah, brown or pink? What the hell?
Move on, Rich.
Okay. I was being led into a trap. Let's see here. Zell picked it up immediately. Oh my God, Steve. I'm going to take your money and I'm not going to answer your question. I don't even know how to sarcastically. I can't sarcastically answer it. I'm gonna just wait for him to do a live stream and then give it back to him. You silly goof. Kiefer for 99 cents sends me a turd emoji. Thank you very much. Spirited Whiskey. Would you rather make? Gosh, bless it.
Well,
He did say that he was drinking. He was drinking whiskey.
How many pairs of camo shorts do you want?
Camo shorts? I own absolutely none. I hate camo because everything in Kansas. I know I do. I'm like, woo! Camo.
Oh my word.
Let's see here. What are they saying? Deuce Greg. Oh my God. Thank you for your donation, Deuce Greg. I mean, actually, I have 5 whole fingers. So just so you know, I feel like most people have more than 2 or 3. I actually have all 5 on both hands. Let's see here. Lindy Lou's responding to something about a detent ball.
You hate camo and just lost 62 subs.
Oh, socks with sandals or Crocs? Would you like to answer that question for them, honey?
Sandals.
I wear socks with sandals to the gas station.
How often do you say, hold my beer, watch this, Andrew?
How often do I say that? Usually I bring my beer with me and
that's more of a me line.
yeah, I usually bring the beer with me and then trip over something before I complete the thing. Like watch this and then I fall off of a balcony into a bush and nobody retrieves me because they don't care. If you could have any actor's voice, who would it be and why? I don't know.
It's got to be Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, so I could narrate myself.
Yeah.
Or Stewie, ew, a Band-Aid. Just so I could just like walk around saying Cool Whip all the time, but have to deal with that. So anytime I wanted to be serious, I would just have to have that voice, you know, or Peter Griffin, I guess. People are just look what people are saying. What am I supposed to make of this?
I don't know.
Someone said Sean Connery. I would not want to be stuck with that dusty old fart's voice. Let's see here. Doesn't it have to be James Earl Jones? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. One more question. The most entertaining and interesting question wins the glory of being answered. Wow. Did you hear the arrogance dripping out of my voice there, or dripping out of that sentence? Family Guy's a dumpster fire. Yeah, the first most interesting looking question I will answer, and then that's going to be it for tonight. Let's see here. Where do babies come from? Storks? Yeah. No, that doesn't count. That's just what we believe. What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? Isn't it 42? Isn't that right? Huh? Am I right? Somebody help me out with that. Referencing the movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I believe the answer to all things is 42. Gregory Burke, thank you for the donation. Shouldn't you look into updating your wife's transportation? Give your brother a knife. Wait. I can't keep buying knives for myself, and I have to upgrade my wife's transportation. Even no, she drives the really nice vehicle. Gregory, I very much appreciate you and your donation and everything, and I believe you're a patron also. But I'm gonna have to take the selfish route here.
And Gregory, he gave me this knife today, so that's already taken care of.
What?
Well, yeah, it was one of the CJRBs. You have a nice knife, and people from my audience give you knives sometimes. Okay, hold on. We're still looking for it. Yeah, Andrew Toole says you're correct. It's 42. Was that the intention of your question there? I've seen that movie. It's a great movie.
Someone asked about an apocalypse tool. Like what a zombie apocalypse tool, the most important zombie apocalypse tool. That's a decent question.
The most important zombie apocalypse tool? Okay, so I'm going to answer that question truthfully. And I have no idea what the actual question was. I'm just going to answer it based on the way that my brother presented it. The best possible zombie apocalypse tool, in my opinion,
It's also the tough light.
The tough light. Probably not going to work out. So people who say katana If anybody says katana or anybody who thinks that, it's ridiculous. The katana is a ridiculous choice. What if you're in a narrow hallway, right? Then you're just bumping your elbows into shit and the zombie wins. So that's dumb. It has to be, truthfully, I think it has to be a fairly long, very tough fixed blade. I mean, almost like kind of in between a Bowie knife and a machete. I think that that's going to be the way to go. And I'll deal with a blade that is a high carbon or tool steel, you know, that's not a stainless steel, something that's easy to resharpen, something that's ultra tough. Even if I do get a little bit of surface corrosion on it, I'm okay. I want more than a single hand position. I want to be able to move around. This thing has to be a tool and a weapon, perhaps a hammer, perhaps a pry bar. Seriously, that, yeah, for sure. I'd want something that's fully flat ground. I'd want something that's reasonably thick, probably 190 thousandths or so, but comes down to a pretty darn thin edge. It has to be able to baton, right? I got to be able to strike flint against the spine, right? I'd probably make my own bow drill or something like that. Yeah, it would be an all-purpose, like, you know, mega heavy-duty weapon slash survival tool, right? So there you go. Guys, that's going to be pretty much it for tonight's live stream. This was epic. I'm very happy to break another record, and I'm happy that you guys were all entertained. If you guys enjoy, you know, myself and accompanied by my brother and my wife, then we'll try to do this more often because these are fun for sure. They're a little bit risky, especially considering how, you know, we frazzled the crowd tonight, and then they responded with some, you know, some sass. But yeah, we're gonna keep doing this, so this is fun. Jesse W, thanks for the last minute donation. Scroll up and answer Garrett's question. Don't. Was it bad? Thanks for the donation, but I gotta listen to my wife. You know how it is. I'll go back and watch it. Oh, to circumcise an alligator? What's the best knife? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I would probably use a sledgehammer. Oh my God, we are done. We're done. Thank you so much for thanks for joining tonight. I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you guys got some good laughs. But yeah, tomorrow, the 50th episode of The Knife Guy. And actually, I have a whole dedicated video on the Dark Horse. So that'll be tomorrow. Thanks for joining the live stream. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday night and a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye.